What is up, guys? This is Freddy from GameHut, and today we are back with a new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, before anything, I do want to apologize for my voice. These past few days, as most of you guys will know, Houston got hit pretty hard by Hurricane Harvey, and unfortunately, I was out on Sunday and Monday whenever the rain was coming pretty hard. And I did get a little bit of a cold. My voice got kind of messed up. I'm feeling a little bit better, but obviously my voice is still messed up. But I do want to ask you guys, if any of you guys do want to donate and help Houston in its recovery process and all the other cities that did get affected by Hurricane Harvey, you guys can go to the redcross.org/donate/hurricane-harvey. I will leave a link in the description if you do want to donate. I'm pretty sure you guys have gotten this information already somewhere else. My audience isn't as big as some other people's, and obviously this is a big thing and a lot of people have been impacted by this. So if you can donate even $1 or something, do donate, because a lot of people are still in shelters, and even whenever they do get released, a lot of people don't even have anything to go home to. So please donate if you can. But with that said, guys, let's get into the video and start this Kingpin review. So, Kingpin is the newest addition to the contest, and before I even get into his abilities and his signature abilities and his specials and all that good stuff, I want to make this very clear that this is my opinion on the champion. Now, obviously, just like every other champion in the game, some people like them, some people hate them, some more than others, but this is my opinion, and, just the way that I play, just my fighting style, the way that I like to use my champions. So before anything, I want to make that clear. So if you guys do have a different opinion, please do comment down below and give your thoughts on the champion. I was fortunate enough to get this guy as a 3-star yesterday in one of the featured hero crystals. So let's just get into it. Let's just take a look at his base abilities first, just the abilities you get if you get him unduped. Kingpin is really based around this rage mechanic, and what rage is a debuff. It's a debuff, and the way you get these debuffs is anytime the opponent places a debuff on you, Kingpin has a 50% chance to convert that debuff, whether it's stun, bleed, poison, any debuff. He has a chance to convert it into a rage debuff. By debuff that you get, it will increase your power gain by 5%, and it does increase your attack by base percent, and by base number. And that number that depends on your level, your Kingpin's level, and his rank and stuff. Now, aside from debuffs being put on Kingpin for him to get rage debuffs, if the opponent evades, Kingpin can also gain a rage debuff. Now, keep in mind, this does have a 1.5 second cooldown, but this is really good against someone like a Nightcrawler, Spider-Man, even Immortal, which surprisingly he did pretty good whenever I was testing him out. Now, the second thing that Kingpin is based on is this overpower mechanic. Now, you get into overpower mode whenever 8 debuffs are active at once on Kingpin. Now, this overpower mode lasts 12 seconds and increases your attack by a base value. Again, that value depends on your rank and your level of your Kingpin. And overpower makes all Kingpin specials unblockable. Now, keep in mind, Kingpin cannot gain rage debuffs during the time he's on overpower mode, so keep that in mind. Those two things right there, rage and overpower, are kind of the things that Kingpin is based on. Now, here's the part of the video where some people may agree with me, may disagree with me. Just personally speaking, the way that I play the game, the way that I fight, and my strategy going into fights, I don't like champions that I have to get hit or get debuffs placed on me for me to do good, for me to get that champion at its best. And Kingpin is one of those champions that you have to get hit. You have to get debuffs on you for him to hit the hardest. And this isn't necessarily it shouldn't be your strategy going into a fight. You shouldn't be going into a fight thinking, okay, how's the fastest way that I can get 8 debuffs on me? Ideally, you're not getting hit at all in your fights, right? Because you have to preserve that health as much as possible, especially when you have a champion that doesn't have regen capabilities like Kingpin, unless you have the willpower mastery. just in my opinion, I don't like champions like that. And the fact that you have to get up to 8 debuffs, which is, it's a lot. The only guy that Kingpin can do really good against, at least in my opinion, is an evade based champion. Whether it's Spider-Man, Nightcrawler, Miles Morales, even someone like Mordo, he does really good against them. But the fact that you have to get debuffs on him, especially if a certain champion cannot place debuffs on you, it just kind of makes the champion weaker. Nothing against Kingpin. If you really do like champions, especially if you're running Suicide Masteries, which I personally I hate Suicide Masteries, but if you do run Suicide Masteries, this guy is the way to go. Obviously, that bleed and that poison can be converted into rage debuffs, but I just personally I don't like those two aspects of it, and thus I don't necessarily like Kingpin's character. I like the animations, the style, the character model style. Don't really like the champion's abilities. But that aside, that's pretty much it. The heavy attacks. Let's take a look at the heavy attacks. He does have an interesting mechanic. Charging a heavy attack makes Kingpin unstoppable for 0.8 seconds and gains physical resistance, which is really good. He can also gain Fury if he lands 3 consecutive heavy attacks within 2.5 seconds of each other, which is really nice to have. Fury obviously is going to enhance that power that he hit, the hitting power that he has. But once he does gain that Fury buff, he cannot become unstoppable while the Fury buff is active. So keep that in mind. So let's just take a look at the specials. The special one has Black ISO 8, which is a new debuff, and I'm hoping to see this debuff a lot more in champions, because it's really good. At least in my opinion, I really like this new debuff. It deals direct damage over 12 seconds, as well as having a 45% decrease in the opponent's defensive ability accuracy as well as attack. So this guy has the capabilities to bypass unstoppable, evades, even limbo. It has capabilities to negate that, and it's really good. And I like the fact that it's just a special one. And if you are using this guy, obviously he has power gain, even 5% per debuff. You can get a lot of power gain right there to just spam that special one, and you can just keep on stack. Well, they don't stack, but you can keep on refreshing the Black ISO 8 debuff, which is really good. I do really like his special one. His special 2 has a 100% chance to become unstoppable for 6.5 seconds, and he gains a rage debuff every time a hit is landed while unstoppable. So again, really good. Helps you get, every rage debuff you get increases the power gain by 5%. So remember, if you can keep on spamming, if you can get a special 2 off and keep on spamming that SP1, you can keep on negating limbo, you can keep on negating evade. Although it's a 45% decrease, it's still very high. Now his special 3 is a little bit, it's not as good, which a lot of champions special 3 aren't that good. His special 3 just grants you 2 rage debuffs, and if you're in overpower mode, when using the special 3, your overpower refreshes. Again, not really that great. Special 3 is kind of a letdown in comparison to his special 1 and his special 2, which are really good. So his signature ability is called True Nature, and this grants Kingpin the ability to start the fight with 2 rage debuffs already on him, as well as giving him a 25% chance to activate up to 4 rage debuffs once Kingpin exits overpower mode. Again, I think this is really good. If you do choose to go with Kingpin, obviously you want to get the most amount of rage debuffs in order for him to hit the hardest, in order for him to get as much power gain as possible. And I mean, if you are running suicides, best case scenario, your bleed and your poison get converted into rage debuffs. Now you have 4 rage debuffs with the signature ability placed on you. If you do decide to go with this guy, maybe invest a signature ability in him. From a guy that doesn't like having debuffs placed on him, I think the more rage debuffs you can get without actually having debuffs placed on you and putting you at risk to get damage, the better. So if I were running Kingpin, and I don't think I'm gonna go for him as a 5-star nor a 4-star, after using my 3-star. If you did get him as a 4-star, guys, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys have to think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? I would really love to know. But with that done, I'm going to bring this video to a close, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for those of you who have been subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe down below. Comment down below your thoughts and your opinions on Kingpin, as well as liking the video if you did enjoy this video. Now that all said, guys, thank you for watching the video, and I will catch you guys all in the next one.